Hey guys, so welcome to the first video out of our Disney World trip. This is Kinsley being silly. This is Olivia. We're sitting outside our terminal at the Manchester airport getting ready to go to Disney. We got there a couple hours early, so we were just chilling and having fun.
Is he waiting for the airplane?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the airport.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Leo. Cans. Hi, hubby.
Hi.
Kenny. Cans.
Hi, Mom, again.
Liv.
No,
Yeah. Kinsley.
no, sis.
Cans. All our luggage.
No, sis, no. Stop.
Stop. Kinsley, put your hood up.
Do it to me.
Put your hood up. Let me help. There. Now stand next to sis. We got two Minnie Mouses. You ready to get on the plane?
Yeah. Squeak, squeak.
All right. Well, it's only like 4 o'clock now. We don't board until 5:36. So,
Squeak, squeak.
where are we going? Who are we going to see? Goodbye. Where you go? Who are we going to see? Who are we going to go see? Come here. Do you know who we're going to go see?
Yeah.
Who?
Anna and Elsa and Minnie Mouse.
And Minnie Mouse. So
And
where are we
Mickey.
going?
The Disney.
Yeah.
We're in Florida.
No, we're not. We're in New Hampshire.
Oh, we're in New Hampshire.
Are we going to see Mickey? No.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
We'll be in Florida late tonight if our plane isn't delayed. We should be close to the right time.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
I really don't think there's anything cuter than seeing your 2- and 6-year-old pulling their own luggage behind them through the airport. Absolutely adorable. I felt so bad for the poor restaurant we were headed to, though, because they had like 15 bags of luggage outside of their restaurant from all of us that were going on the trip. Here we are just sitting on the plane waiting for everybody to sit down, for them to finish doing announcements and everything. I get super nervous when it comes to flying. The last time I flew, I was 4, and it was the first time I had ever been to Disney. My parents took me, and I guess we had the worst turbulence on the way back, and my mom thought we were going to crash. But this is us backing up, and at this point, I started having a panic attack, and I, of course, decided to sit beside the window so I could record all this for you guys. It probably didn't help that we were going at nighttime. I told Josh that next time we go, we need to go when it's daylight out. It'd probably be a little bit easier for me, but I do think it was pretty awesome being able to see all the lights and the cars and stuff down below. And it really wasn't a cloudy night or anything, so you could really see down below. It only took us about 3 hours to get down to Florida by plane, which is the whole reason that we decided to go plane versus car. If we had done car, it would have taken us about 24 hours, if not more, to drive down, depending on weather and traffic and all that.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention on these lovely flight attendants. We would like to point out the safety features of this Boeing 737-700. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position that seatbelt tight and low, cross your hips, and wear it anytime you are seated. There are 6 emergency exit. If needed, 4 yellow oxygen masks will drop from the compartment overhead. To activate the flow of oxygen, pull down on the mask until the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap. Continue wearing the mask until further notified by a crew member. Although oxygen will be flowing, a plastic bag may not inflate. If you are traveling with children or someone needing special assistance, go ahead and put your mask on first, and then go ahead and assist your child. Thank you for your attention. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight to Orlando. Welcome aboard Southwest Airlines.
There's a point where the pilot came over the phone and said we had hit a certain height in the air, and my sister-in-law was sitting behind us, and she thought it would be really funny to be like, hey Cara, guess what, we just hit 47,000 or whatever miles up in the air. That means that we can drop that many miles down. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, like seriously, you're gonna do this to me? So it was just a running joke of her like teasing me about flying, because her and my husband and his family have no issues with flying. My oldest daughter Olivia loves it. She's flown to Texas with her dad before, but it's been years since I've flown, and this was Kinsley's first flight too. So it was just an experience that I'm not sure if I want to do again.
Watch the wings. Like when they're taking off.
So I highly recommend to anybody that is nervous about flying or scared of flying, has anxiety about flying, anything like that, do not sit next to the window near the wing where you can see the wing, because anytime we would hit turbulence, the wing would start bouncing up and down, and I would start freaking out. And poor Josh, I'd reach over and grab his hand and squeeze, and his hand would turn white, and he's like, babe, you're fine, you've got this. And I'd be like, no, but the wing is bouncing, like we're gonna crash. And oh, he was a trooper about it, but I don't recommend sitting near a wing or a window if you are anxious about flying. Having to share my movies with Kinsley most of the way, so we watched Disney movies and stuff. We didn't buy the airplane internet or anything. I already had movies preloaded on my phone, but it was Disney movies most of the way. So So this is us getting ready to land. I don't remember exactly what time we landed. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. It was quite late though. I don't know if anybody else feels this way. Like, my husband loves landing. I guess that's his favorite part about flying. But I feel like the plane is going so fast still and trying to stop that it's going to end up, like, catching on itself and either, like, rolling on its side and just, like, keep rolling, or it's going to, like, flip up on its nose and, like, roll over. Like, it's just so fast. And I was, like, pushing myself back in my seat, like, pushing my feet on the floor, trying to brace myself. And I was like, oh, my God, this is awful. And he was like, woohoo, like, this is great. So... I mean, landing wasn't awful. It was pretty fun, but at the same time, I was like, no, like, this is not for me. I'm totally good, thanks. Also, just a little side note, I didn't unbuckle my seat once. That's how much I hate flying.
I don't know.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on and explain a little bit more about our flight, how it ended up happening, what ended up happening. So originally my husband, our 2 daughters, and I were supposed to drive to Florida. So drive from Florida to Maine from Maine to Florida is about 24 hours, give or take, depending on traffic, weather, all that type of stuff. Because I'm not a big fan of flying, like, at all. The last time I flew, I was like 4 or 5 with my parents when we went down to Disney. And my mom said that we had the worst turbulence ever coming back, that she thought we were going to crash. And I've just watched so many movies and, like, shows where planes crash, and I just get so nervous about planes. So my husband understood that. He was okay with us driving. It meant we were going to have to leave a couple days early to get down there when everybody else did, but whatever, it would be a nice ride. So my mother-in-law had talked about her and the rest of our family possibly driving down too, because the prices of flights weren't going down. And then one day, she just happened to look online, and she found a really good deal on flights. I was a little upset by it, but my husband loves flying, so he was like, great, like, let's fly, it's fine. It'll only take us a couple hours to get down there versus trying to drive and worry about other hotels and stuff. So we ended up flying, obviously, as you saw by the footage. I got a little bit anxious knowing that in order to get down there to have a great time, we were going to have to fly, which made it hard for me. And then obviously knowing that the only way we could get back was to fly made me really anxious all week too. The flights really weren't that bad. Our first flight was about 3 hours. Our flight back was about 2.5 hours, I think. Both boarded at the times they were supposed to. The second flight actually got home a little bit earlier than it was supposed to, which was really nice. And because we didn't go to an airport that was close to us, we went to New Hampshire. We ended up having to drive home. We didn't get home till about 1:30, 2 o'clock the next morning, which really wasn't all that bad considering our flight didn't leave until like 9:30. We got home at like 11:30, and then, you know, we had to go grab all of our baggage and stuff and just drive home. Everybody was really tired and exhausted. All the kids were so tired. But it really was a great trip. So I hope you guys enjoy these vlogs. I'm so sorry. I've never vlogged before. So if they're awful, the angles are awful, I'm so sorry. There's some where the camera's upside down when I'm recording. They're awful angles. I didn't really wear makeup at all on this trip. I look really crappy. But I just tried to get the essence of our whole trip. So I hope you enjoy. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it if you did. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next vlog.